Hey there, Noodles. I hope y'all are having a good day. I'm doing pretty well. I am still mining for amethysts. Um, so far, I have mined for like, I think, I don't want to put a time limit on it, but it's been a good amount of time I've spent in this world. It's been, I don't know, I don't know how many days it's been. I should go back and look on my Minecraft recordings and see how many days in Minecraft and how much time I've actually spent in this game trying to. Sorry, my mouse is sticking. I need to get a new mouse. It's breaking already. I've been playing too much Minecraft for so many years with this goddamn mouse. It's starting to stick. Um, but yeah, I've been what was I talking about? I don't remember, bro. I really don't remember. That's funny. That is actually kind of hilarious that I don't remember what I was talking about. But that's expected of me. I don't know what else to say. That's quite literally expected of me. I always forget what I'm saying. Yeah. Ooh, my mind just completely brain farted there. I need to grab some torches. I think that's why my brain farted. Because I'm out of torches and I've been using the same two torches for the past like 100 blocks I've mined. Just going back and grabbing them and setting them down and then grabbing them again and setting them down again just so I can see. Because I have been too lazy to go back to the surface and grab more torches or try to find more coal and find and go back to the surface and get sticks, which is what I have to do anyways. But yeah, I'm still looking for amethyst. I've been thinking I might make some changes on how I dig up amethysts. Right now the current way I'm doing it is partially natural. I have done I think 3 or 4 amethysts naturally, and I hit a roadblock, and that roadblock was, oh my goodness, this is taking almost half an hour or more, depending on if I am looking in a general direction of an amethyst geode or not. And sorry about. So, it kind of made me start thinking about how I want to do this little amethyst challenge that I've been doing here. I do need to go back and get some more torches. I might just go back into this tunnel and steal some. I know it's a horrible thing to do, but I'm doing it. I gotta at least find one more geo before I go to the surface. I really want to. Because I'm already down here and this one's real close. It's like I should be up and around here. It's at 19, so it's like very, very, very close to this level. Sorry for the dark screen. I guess I should throw some torches down when I mine. But yeah. Anyways, what I was saying was like, I've been using this chunk-based map, and I know there's a better one that can actually tell you where the amethysts like directly are, so like you can get like the actual block, the exact block that they're at. And I was thinking, I was like, okay, so it's a pain in the butt to mine a tunnel from one geode to the next, right? So I'm thinking, what if I just go straight motherfucking down? And then I was thinking, okay, how do I make that more fun though? Because like if I just look up where the amethysts are, I think people are eventually gonna get a little annoyed, or at least bored with the type of content. Just like me going in my world to the on the staying on the surface and then digging straight down into an amethyst geode and then digging the whole amethyst geode out, one for every subscriber for the whole month of August. If not more, I might extend it to September. We shall see. It depends on this new job and how life is going. I don't want to put too much pressure on myself and not be able to fulfill a promise that I give you guys, but I have made the promise that as many subscribers as I get by the end of this month, I will mine one amethyst geode for. So if you didn't know that, subscribe now. If you would like an amethyst geode with your name on it, make sure your profile is public and I can see that you have subscribed to me. If not, you'll just be one of the anonymous geodes that I mine here at the end of the month. I'm going to do like a whole like uh, bunch of geodes back to back to back that are all from either commenters or subscribers. people that I don't know if they're subbed or not, but basically shouting like it's still going to be the same amount. And if I hit 100 subscribes by the end of this month, I'm going to do 100 Amethyst Geodes, hopefully named off of, hopefully everyone that subscribes, I can name a geode after. And if I can't for some reason, and I can't see your name, then I'll make one up and still say thank you, you know, because you can stay anonymous and that's perfectly okay. Uh, where am I supposed to go here? I'm supposed to go to 68. 68. Oh, I go this way. I go 116. That's what I need to do from here. Anyways, yeah. So I'm thinking after this little run of amethyst geodes that I have decided I'm gonna find underground that are all. I know there's should be several in this grouped area, and I know the general like X, Y, and Z radius, but it's not specific. It can be within 10 or 20. So I kind of go to it, and usually it's around that area. So far, it hasn't disappointed me. So, I don't know. You guys let me know what you think. If you don't think it would be too much of a cheesy gimmick, let me know in the comments below. If you think I can just, like, go straight up to the surface. Like, start on the surface world and just mine holes straight down. I was also thinking it would be kind of funny to live in a world with just thousands and thousands of holes from the surface down to, like, the death area where you would just fall to your death if you fall in one of the holes. So, you know, I do think it could be have some type of entertainment factor, you know, if I'm running around in the world not paying attention and I decide I'd, you know, make it a challenge for myself or just make it a difficult thing where I never fill those amethyst holes in. And then, you know, if I ever decide to run over where I've dug in amethyst holes because, you know, I just want to explore the world, I'm going to have to, you know, dodge holes the entire time. I think that could be fun, but you know, I don't know if this world's going to be like a long permanent world. We'll see. I'm hoping, I think so far I'm going to try to keep it like fully updated and keep it going like that, but you know, we'll see. Yeah, I need to go down. I'm going to try to go down 10 because I think this one might be down further since the other one was a little farther down too. They're usually what I found about amethyst is they kind of spawn like not exactly near each other, I would say. Ooh, do I need to go this way then? I think I need to go this way. No, I need to go this way. Damn. Sorry for that light. Really need to get more than one torch here to do all this, but you know, I'm just not gonna do that until I find this amethyst. But yeah, guys, like I don't know. I'm thinking about. There she blows. There's the amethyst I was looking for. All right. Do you think she has like a exterior? I'm gonna have to break through her to get. There we go. There we go. Okay, I just wanted to do a little breaky break. Give me my torch back here. Oh, just enough space in my inventory. Let's put this little. This one is number 12. All right, so this number 12 that we found, like as natural as like I could naturally find 12 of them. As I said again, I did use chunk base to find like the general location, but I didn't like copy and paste and like teleport to them before I found them. I found them naturally, and then if I needed to get back to them, I would teleport to them if I lost them or something. But that's why I created this massive tunnel system so I can just walk to them and then walk back and just, you know, kind of do it more naturally. I thought that would be entertaining and fun, and so far it has just been hell. So, you know, I don't want to kill my enthusiasm for this challenge, and I don't want to kill y'all's enthusiasm for watching me. So I think that's what we're going to do. I'm going to at least give it a shot. And, you know, if I get a lot of flack or pushback being like, no, you can't do that, that's cheating. You can't, whatchamacall. You can't, words do good for me right now, please. If you guys really do not want me to mine from the surface straight down, then I will actually, if I get enough of y'all actually wanting some good long form content and me looking for amethyst, you know, I'll start making that type of content as much as I can. But I will say it's gonna take a little bit longer to find even 39 amethysts at this point, because it's taken me a good hour, like multiple hours, to find just 12 amethyst geodes. So you know, it is what it is. But I'm willing to bite the bullet and finish the rest of this month out like I said I was going to. So if you guys really want me to naturally find all these amethyst geodes, let me know in the comments below. If you think it would be kind of a cool idea to try the other method, let me know too. Because I think I'm going to try the other method coming up here. Maybe not the next amethyst, but I'm going to do a good group of amethyst geodes that I just mine back to back to back to back, like a good, like maybe 10 of them again. And I'm just gonna start at the surface, go to the general location, like the general X, Y, and Z where they're supposed to be, and just mine straight down, and then just basically make a hole to see if and just keep repeating and doing that over and over. I guess I'll have to make a bunch of ladders to get out. That'll be like a punishment. I can make them out of something that's hard to get, like a certain type of wood or something. I don't know. I want to make it more challenging, but you know, honestly, the reality is this is supposed to be for fun, and I'm gonna have fun doing it. And if I'm not having fun doing it, I know I'm not gonna do it. So, and that's gonna discourage me, just like any other job or anything else does. But that is the goal. I'm gonna go look for number 13 now. Which direction is he gonna be in though? So we need to go to negative. Okay, so this way. Negative 35. And then 58. So we need to go back. Oh, so we need to go back this way. And then the whole way down this way. Oh, it's dark down here. Oh, I'm already at negative 48. So it should be around here, negative 48 somewhere. 748. I'm thinking this one might go up, but it might also go down. I'm not too for sure, because I think I want to go. I think it's gonna go farther actually, like this way. I think it actually legit needs to go farther, because I think it's the map. I'm trying to go visually more than I am like trying to go by like the coordinates, because I feel coordinates are like kind of cheating a little bit, which they are. I need to go get that one torch I've been using for the past half hour, because you know, you guys can't see, I can't see, and it's not really making for a pleasant experience. So let's grab this torch. Hello, light down there, you keep glowing. I will run to this corner, run down here, and then throw this torch down so I can actually see what's going on here, man. Alright. But yeah, you know, sometimes when you are feeling one step behind in life, you know, to reiterate all that, like, I want you guys to also realize, like, don't get down on yourself, because once you get down on yourself, oh man, that's like giving yourself an inch. And once you give yourself an inch, it is so goddamn easy just to take the whole fucking mile and just be like, nah, life's going downhill right now, so I'm just gonna make it go more downhill. And you know, that's not healthy, bro. And like, as much as it seems like the easy way out, it's not. You know what I mean? And a lot of people are gonna tell you in life that, like, oh yeah, man, just do X, Y, and Z. It's you know, it'll solve your life. It'll solve all your issues. No one knows what's actually gonna like solve all your problems or issues. Only you know, and will be able to figure it out. And even if you don't know, you know, because like, you know at least what the next step to do is, and that's all you need to know. So I guess that's what I'm trying to say, is like, my next step right here is like, you know, I'm gonna mine this next amethyst and then go edit this video and then upload it to YouTube. That's my next step in my process today. It's not gonna, you know, benefit me in the short term necessarily to make money or get views or anything that like actually has a tangible benefit to me, besides the mental benefit of like, you know, I tried something, I did something, and it felt good, and it was something I wanted to do. And then sometimes that's all you can do, bro. Sometimes that's all you can do, is just try to make yourself feel a little bit better. Sometimes life is going so bad, you know, there's nothing you can do to change it, and you know, maybe you've tried to change it, maybe you've, you know, and it's just nothing's changing. That's something that you just gotta like take with pride and realize that, you know, some things just don't work out how you expect them to. Because, you know, honestly, if I'm to be honest with myself, if everything in my life worked out exactly how I imagined it would have, like the first time I thought of that scenario, or the first time, you know, like if anything had worked out, quite literally anything had worked out how I initially saw it working out or wanted it to work out, I would not be where I am today. I would not be making this YouTube video right where I am today. And that's what makes me proud to be like, yo, like, you know, things are kind of messy. Like, life is messy. And that's okay. Especially it's okay if you understand that it's messy and you're not judging yourself, because that's the biggest thing. So many people, like, they get down on themselves and they start judging themselves because they're not where they're wanting to be or where other people are telling them they need to be. And that's where, you know, you're just wrong, because you are where you are right now because that's where you're supposed to be in life. Like, that's where you're supposed to be. It may not be where you want to be. It may not be where other people think you're supposed to be. It may not be where you feel you're destined to be, but the reality fucking is you are where you are supposed to be in life right now. And you can't change that. You're sitting here watching this YouTube video. You're standing there making your eggs and toast. You know, you're doing X, Y, and Z, and I'm doing X, Y, and Z, and the only way you can change anything about that is if you actually do something to change something about that. Does that make sense? Like you have control over it. No one else does. And that's for every minute of our lives, or at least conscious, you know, non-childlike lives. Or if we're an adult, that is your choice in your life. You know what I mean? Like you get to choose every day to wake up and not lay in bed all day scrolling on TikTok. At least most of us get to decide that. Some of us, you know, do have mental health disorders, and I'm not judging us that do. But even the ones that do have health issues or anything like that, we gotta realize that, you know, we're still in control. 100% still in control. Even when it doesn't feel like we are, we're still in control. And that's kind of like the scary part too, because like, where am I? Goodness. Okay, cool. I thought I was falling or something, but no, I wasn't. That's crazy. You know, but that just like my perception there was off of like where I was and what was going on right then and there, it didn't change the fact of where I was and where I was going. Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense, but like my perception right there was off because I didn't have a torch on that was on the screen, and I thought I was falling. But the reality is I wasn't falling, like, at all. I was just, you know, standing on the same block, not moving. And that's okay, because I was, you know, I didn't know I was standing there, not moving. You know, no one's laughing. Maybe someone was laughing, maybe someone was judging me because, you know, I couldn't see and they could see. But in the moment, I couldn't see where I was. I couldn't see if I was falling. I couldn't see if I was, you know, not falling. I couldn't really see anything there. And just like that, like sometimes in life does that to you, bro. You can't see what's going on. You can't see the big picture. It's hard to see that. And, you know, you got to give yourself a break and be like, you know, I didn't see the big picture right here and then. And that's okay, because now I do. And sometimes when you don't see bigger pictures or see like what you think or other people think you're supposed to see or do with your life, you get to places you would never have been if you had done exactly what people had said or thought you should have been doing, you know, in the first place. Does that make any sense? Because like, I mean, if I had done exactly what everyone in my life had wanted me to do right now, I would probably be in a different country other than I am now, living a completely different life than I am now, right? Doing things for a religion that I never really cared about and don't want to do anything for. But if I had, you know, listened to what all my peers growing up had told me to do, that's where I would be, right alongside them, married, maybe a missionary, maybe a pastor, maybe doing things for a church or community that, really wasn't my passion. I would definitely not be making dumb little video game videos on the internet uh, just to make myself entertained and happy. I would not be doing that because, in their eyes, and by theirs, I mean the people, especially that I grew up around and were influencing me in my younger years, were very much religious in the way that they believe that, if you're not doing everything at all times for your religion, then you're not, going to heaven or X, Y, and Z. You're not getting X, Y, and Z in life. So I guess what I'm trying to say here is, like, I made a video the other day, right? I think the day before my birthday, or as I was turning 28 years old around that time, the day before, about choosing your own path. And I guess that's what I'm bringing to this conversation that I'm talking to myself and to you guys about is, I've decided to start going my own path again, and I feel like for so long, for the past like maybe 5+ years of my life, I haven't been choosing my own path. I've been choosing other people's paths and thinking I was happy walking alongside their, they were walking, they were paving their own way. They were, I was living with people, hanging out with people, surrounding myself with people who all had things going for them, and I clearly was one of the few, if not the only one in the group that felt or actually didn't have much going for them. And that's okay. We don't always have to like be the top in your friend group or anything, but also it does get to you, I will say. It does get to your mental health eventually of being like, oh man, am I really just a failure? There's, especially when jokes come up or, oh, you still don't have a job. Oh, whatever. You know what I mean? But that's all besides the point. That's all superficial. It's like all in the moment. But like the real, what I'm trying to say is like, you got to choose your own path. Like I feel like my entire life I've spent it trying to help other people out with their dreams, trying to get people to places they want to be, and never actually thinking, hey, where do I want to go? What do I want to do? Um, you know, I know some things I want to do. I want to go travel again. I want to make some type of travel content in the future. I don't know if it'll be on this channel or a different one or any channel at all. It might just be me videotaping or taking pictures of myself traveling around the world or part of the United States or, continent or walking or I don't know, literally just anything, man. I want to make something like that in the future. But like it's not something that I'm doing right now actively, and that's what I'm going to change. It's fall's coming up. The colors are changing. I think, it gives me a good excuse to just get out in nature before winter hits and just do some things that I want to do. And that's going to be fun. But at the same time, I'm also needing to, I feel like I started the video off, I feel very, not behind, but also behind at the same time. I feel very not where I should be. I feel like I should have X, Y, and Z by now. I should have a nicer car that's paid off. I should have a car at all. I should have a house. I should have a stable living, a place to live stably that I know I won't lose anytime soon. I should have a stable job. I should have a stable relationships and friendships with my family, friends, roommates, and I don't, and that's okay. That's just where I am in life, and I guess that's where I'm having to sit back and just accept that shit, because what am I gonna do about it? Like there's a lot I can do about it, and that's all I can do is what I'm doing every day so far. And all I can do is wake up tomorrow and try a different way, or try the same way, or try again, to change my life and improve it. And I guess that's what I'm really trying to get at is like, y'all, like choose your own path. Don't like it's good if you have the time and the energy and the ability to help other people with their goals and dreams in life. Please go do it. Like it's one of the most fulfilling things to do in life. But before you do that, make sure you have you figured out. Like make sure you have you taken care of, you figured out what you want to do, what you want out of life. Like at least know what you want before you start trying to help someone else figure out what they want, because like how are you supposed to, like, it's like that concept of how are you supposed to love somebody, or how is somebody supposed to love you if you don't love yourself? If you don't know where you are going, how are you supposed to hold someone else's hand and show them where you went? And you can't you're just, it's like the blind leading the blind, and that's where where that gets us. It gets us in the loudest corner of the street because the most confused, turned around space ever in life, and that's just not healthy, man. Um, and I don't want any of that for y'all. I want y'all to live happy and successful lives, and I want y'all to not struggle like so many people are in this day and age because so many people have made decisions in the past that have permanently changed their lives for the better or for the worse, and now they're stuck with those decisions and they're having to reap the consequences of them. I mean, I'm currently in debt for several thousands of dollars due to a car that I had decided to get years ago that I definitely couldn't afford, and it was over my means. But I could barely afford it at that point, and I was like, this car is worth it. It's gonna make everything worth it. I can do X, Y, and Z with it. I can do this, this, and this. But in reality, once reality set in and the honeymoon phase of owning a new brand new car wore off, it really came through as like, oh man, why did I get this thing? It still does the same thing, a cheaper car that I could have just, the car I sold instead of having and got and like instead of keeping and repairing the older car, I got a new one. And looking back now, I'm like, oh man, I should have kept that old car and just repaired it. It would have cost less in the long run. I would have been happier, and I would have been able to save up for a newer car that I would have been able to fully pay off instead of like paying payments on something that I never ended up keeping in the long run anyways. Um, but I guess that's what I'm trying to say is like y'all like, like really like take out take care of yourselves, look out for yourself, and if you have the opportunity to help other people out, go for it. But make sure you're walking and choosing your own path first. If they're wanting to deter you from what you're actually wanting to do in life, then that's where you got to realize, okay, you really got to make that decision. Is what I'm doing right now more important than what this other person wants to do or has in mind or the direction they're wanting to go? Or is where I originally wanted to go more important? Like, and it's okay. Here's the cool part. It's life, so you can change your mind. You can go back on decisions. You can try something for a time period, and if you don't like it and it's not working out, you can always go back on it. Or, if it's one of those decisions like, oh, you can't go back on this, then that's a decision you can make. It's all up to you, bro. And that's the cool part because like, maybe your original idea and your original plan was great for a while and then you met someone and they changed your mind about it. Or maybe, you didn't have a plan and then someone came into your life and they changed your mind about they had a plan and you saw that their plan was a good one and you liked it so much you decided to join their plan. That's awesome. But you're still choosing your path and your own plan and what you want to do. Not just blindly following whatever someone else is doing, not just without any like end goal in sight, without any end goal for yourself specifically in sight, because like when you don't have an end goal in sight for yourself, that's where it gets really scary and frustrating and like, okay, what am I doing this for actually? Like if there's no reason you're doing something, then there is no reason you're doing something. We all have a reason we do something. I woke up this morning, I walked down the street to try to get that interview because my reason for that was I don't want to be homeless here in 20, like, what is it, 15 days from now? Exactly 15 days from now. I don't want to be homeless, bro. I'm gonna be homeless if I don't get a good chunk of money by the 31st. And that's okay. I've been there before. I'll cross that bridge when I get to it if I don't have the money by then. But every single day I have the opportunity to get that money by then, I'm gonna go get that money by then. And I'm gonna try my best. If I have to go make stick figure paintings and try to sell them on the streets downtown, I will do it. If I have to, you know, go to a tattoo shop and have them pay me so they can tattoo, some artist can practice his tattoo all over my back, I'll do it. I'll do whatever I can I have to do to pay these bills so I don't go homeless. And I'll go work a retail job. I'll go work at a gas station. I'll go do whatever I don't want to do. I'll go work. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm also saying is like that if I whatever I do is still my choice. And that's what I want to remind you guys about is like what you do is your choice, and I want you guys to remember that you have a choice, and you don't just got to go along with like whatever someone else or the world or even your parents tell you. Like I know this is probably like a controversial topic, and if any parent hears this, they're probably going to be like, oh, that's wrong to hear, you should listen to your parent at all times. It's like, no, man, you're your own adult, you're your own person, whether even if you're a young adult or an older one. Yes, they may have more wisdom, but your wants and desires and what you want out of life is not going to be the same as anyone else. And so you got to realize what your wants and desires are and just go for them and not look back because there's no need to look back. As long as you're doing what you actually love, then you won't even realize that there's other people around hating you or not wanting you to do it because you're going to be so absorbed with what you love and so happy doing what you love that there will be no doubt or question in your mind or even a care that other people like dislike or may love or hate what you love, or are doing with your life. So like, yeah, guys, just, really go do you. Your life will get a lot better. Um, and if it doesn't, I guess you have me to blame. But so far especially these past few weeks I've just been doing me, and that's what I've realized I've really had to start doing more. Is just focus on me and do me, and not let others' opinions or ideas or life choices or their how if they approve or not, that's on them. You can't control that type of stuff. So you got to focus on what you can control, and what I can control right now is like what I do and my actions, and so that's what I'm focusing on. And I hope that brings a little bit of clarification. Hopefully it's not too confusing for y'all what I just said there. Hopefully that makes a little bit of sense. But I hope y'all do have a good rest of your day. I am gonna go mark where I found this amethyst geode down, and we will move on from here. I love y'all. I hope y'all have a good rest of your day. I gotta empty my inventory and make some stairs back up to there. Alrighty. Have a great night, guys. Love y'all. I'll catch you in the next video. Don't forget, stay you, be you, don't ever stop being you. Love you. Have a good day.